everybody, and welcome to the URC predictions, sponsored by Betway. Guys, now we're starting to get a bit of consistency and a bit of play in the URC. Hopefully COVID stays away. And let's look at the South African sides, and I think there's also an interesting bet for Ulster versus Leinster, so we can cover that for a couple of minutes. Sharks versus Scarlets.
Friday Night Lights.
Friday Night Lights. Sharks building a star-studded team. Okay, well the Sharks play the Scarlets. Scarlets are pretty useless. Sharks sitting 8th on the log. Scarlets 12. What's your thoughts?
Sharks to win, and to win quite comfortably.
Easy.
Lukanya obviously he's a big loss. He's playing out the remainder of the URC in Japan, part of his long-term contract renegotiation. Sia Khaleesi takes over as captain, and interesting comment from Sabu and Kosi, we have great confidence that he can do it. Well, he's the Springbok captain. He won us a World Cup. I also have great confidence that Sia Khaleesi can lead that team and lead them well. A lot more consistency in the team. I see they're going with Kerwin Bosch at 10.
Interesting.
I thought Buddha Chamberlain may come into the mix. I certainly would back the local grown talent ahead of an Argentinian retread at 10. But yeah, I thought they looked very good for that first 35 against Benetton. Away from home.
Hold on a second. Benetton are missing 23.
No, I'm going to get to that now.
Okay.
First 20-25 minutes when they ran in 21 points.
Yeah.
But if you see what a Leinster second string side did to Benetton at home,
right?
That's what I expected the Sharks to do to a Benetton. I thought the 21-0 was going to be a 45-7, and it's a bit like when Zebra played against the Bulls. The Bulls went down 7-0, they came back 45-7. It's kind of what you expect a top team to do to a lower ranked team. So good to see the Sharks winning. But this is where they need to. This for me is the weekend where South African teams have to make a statement that at home, full strength against weakened opposition. The Scarlets are missing players, Cardiff are missing players, Munster's missing 9, and Zebra, whatever they've got in the national equation's not there. You've got to win and win comfortably at home. Absolutely. If we're ever going to get a full house, it has to be this weekend. Or we may get teams into the playoffs, but they're not going to be taking this trophy.
Yeah, we can't be saying after this weekend, we're just getting used to playing Euro teams at home. There's the learning curve, the training wheels are off. Yeah. It's time to win.
And what will be interesting is to see how does a Scarlet side handle the humidity of Durban. Well,
that's interesting because they had, I think they had Dwayne Peel talking about how much they enjoy. Somebody was talking about the humidity and how hard the field was going to be. He said, that's the way we like it. So I'm quite interested to see how they adapt to that.
Yeah,
that's how the Welsh like it. Jesus, when do they ever play?
Well, exactly. I think he may be talking about the hard pitch, but it was around the same time they were talking about the heat and Durb. So I don't know. Let's have a look.
When do they ever have heat and hardness? Maybe Mary Street at about 11 in the
evening. Or a nightclub there.
Yeah.
You know.
But yeah, I think I've got. I think the Sharks will win double digits and closer to 20 than to 10.
Yeah, I think we found that
18 points.
The Sharks are. The Sharks are quite comfortable on the counter-attack. Some deadly threats out wide. Scarlets back three, not great in the tackle. I think we're going to see some wingers scoring lots of tries for the Sharks.
And a fullback. Mr. Fassi, I think you'll be in for a few.
There we go.
Yeah, the Betway are pegging this game that the Sharks will win by about 16, 17 points. It's hard to argue with that. But I think that there's some value in there. I think the Sharks will win in the 20s.
Okay.
I don't think the Scarlets will trouble the scoreboard much in this game. So I like the Sharks to win by 17 or more on that one.
Nice.
18, or are you going to go with 19?
I was actually going to go with 15, but you guys
there we go. 15, 17, 18.
There we go.
Okay, beautiful. Okay, first South African victory for the weekend. Yes,
long.
We are black, we are white, we are dynamite. Okay.
Who's up next?
Saturday, Bulls, Munster.
Saturday, the big one at Loftus, 16:05 in front of 2,000 people.
Going for the crowd coming home.
Altitude and attitude. Mornay staying potentially back, definitely in the 23, but whether he starts or not, Teams haven't been announced, but geez.
Start him, mate. Start him.
Jake White calls it a red letter day, and I said it's got to be one that's a blue Monday for Munster.
Absolutely.
Forget the club's history, forget the reputation. They are missing 9 players. Connor Murray at 9.
They have a lot.
They have depth, though, Mark. They have depth.
They do have depth, but they've lost 3 out of their 11, and they've lost them when they've pretty much gone and played a half-decent team without the internationals.
Correct.
So, you know, they were talking up Damien Dialandi as if he's the only guy who has to carry this team. He's just come back from injury. I think the Bulls pack will be, and I'm not talking about their scrum so much.
No.
I think in the contact they will be too strong, and I do think that 20 minutes, that last 20, these guys aren't used to altitude, and it burns.
Yeah.
And I've got the Bulls to win, and to win quite comfortably by 15 points.
Yeah, I like the Bulls to win by 7 or more for 1.91. Everything you said is right. I mean, the Munster shorthanded, Blue Bulls used to playing at that altitude. I love the 7 minus 6.5 on the Bulls.
Definitely.
I think they're going to win double digits in this game.
I got them by 12. I think it's close for 50, and then the Bulls tear it up at the end.
I don't think it's going to be close at all, mate.
Look,
it may be close at kickoff when it's 0-0.
At 12.5, you can get 3.05.
Take it. That's nice.
It's good value there. Let's get on to the next one.
Super Sunday. So we've got 2 South African wins now.
Banked. We've won all the games.
Banked.
Catapults us up the table.
Well, the next game I want to chat about, Mark, is Ulster Rugby versus Leinster.
Oh, okay.
The All Irish.
Leinster have got a lot of players playing for Ireland.
Yep.
And Ulster, at 1.92 at home, I like that as a bet as well. What do you think?
With Dwayne firing off the back there, I guess.
Yeah, I think it's a game Ulster will say they have to win. They want to be contenders in this championship.
Now.
Yeah. And at home. If this was not in Belfast and it was down in Dublin, I would say Leinster still could edge it. But yeah, I think Ulster to win at home.
Yeah,
definitely.
I like that one. Next up is the Lions versus Cardiff, and Cardiff are shit.
Yeah, they have struggled, Jeez.
Yeah.
But you know what? If there's a team that can make anyone look like superstars, it's the Lions.
I'm on the Cardiff train, yeah. So Cardiff have only played 8 games this season. They've won 4, they've lost 4. They've got 2 games in hand on all the South African sides, and they're still in the mix there. I'm not saying this is a good team, but I don't think they're pushovers. I don't think Cardiff are as bad as the log says they are.
Well, you know, they only beat the Sharks by 6 points the last time they played in Cardiff. So, you know,
sure.
Coming to South Africa, playing the
high fault.
Yeah. They took a beating 48-12 against Munster. They don't come here with confidence. And the Lions, you know, they have been the worst performing South African side. At times they've been diabolical. I thought their performance against the Stormers a couple of weeks ago was just disgraceful. But then they went to Leinster and they should have taken 70, and it was a 21-6 game till near the end. They scored a late try, 21-13.
They beat Leinster.
No, they lost. But they looked in the mix and they kind of they played it. They played with more discipline.
Yeah.
They played with more rugby intelligence. So again, against my better intentions, I'm going to back the Lions because I'm backing them based on patriotism. No, I'm backing them based on altitude.
Yeah.
So I think these Cardiff folks are going to just be screaming for Mr. Chippy and just like something to get in their tanks in the last 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And if there's just a fair amount of discipline and confidence from the Lions, this is one they should win.
Yeah, I feel like this is a game where at the end of this, Cardiff are going to say, if we played this at home, we would have won quite comfortably.
Oh, no, I've no doubt I'd be back in Cardiff if this game was in Wales. But in Johannesburg, at Ellis Park, or Emirates Ellis Park, I've got the Lions to make it 3 from 3 for the South African team.
Jakub hat-trick.
I'm going to stay out of this one, guys.
What? Come on.
No, I am. You know, it's
divided loyalties.
Look, the Lions have been terrible, but I don't know. I have to do a bit more research on it. I don't know how many Wales, how many Cardiff players are playing for Wales. So I'd have to look at that. And so I can't give any advice on this one.
Too many and not enough.
But the 3-1 looks pretty good for a Cardiff victory.
Surprised they're not flying the Cardiff boys in on Saturday for the Sunday fixture.
I mean,
Play Friday night
Jump
on a plane Saturday morning, and in Joburg on Sunday morning.
Why not?
Magnificent.
Okay.
And our final one.
Lions versus Zebra.
Stormers versus Zebra.
Sorry, Stormers. Sorry,
Basically
apologies.
Scotland, Italy all over again.
Yeah. Jeez, I wouldn't be putting Stormers in Scotland's category. They still got a bit of work to do to get there. But
Bookies have this at Stormers winning by 31 to 32 points.
I agree. I would take that. I reckon it's going to be there or thereabouts.
It's out in Stellenbosch, 6 p.m. on a Sunday evening. Beautiful sunshine. Zebra will feel that they're at home. A small stadium, heavier surface. They'll be competitive for 25 minutes. It'll be one of those like crappy varsity cup first 30 minutes, and then Stormers will settle. So I don't think they'll bowl away by 30.
That's a big ask.
I think 20 points.
I think it could be even more than 30.
Well, look what the Zebra did to the Ospreys last weekend. I think they only lost by 7 or 8 points.
Yeah. They were down quite double digits.
They were down by 11.5, and the Ospreys looked anemic. Geez, but I mean that's another story. This is also a game where I'll probably stay away and watch and see if I make any bets in running. 31.5 there's so many backdoor ways to lose that bet. Emptying your bench up by 35, and then
a red card.
Yeah, then you get someone boxing a try at the end of the game, and you win by 25, but you lose your bet. So that's just too many. That's too many points for me.
I'm just thinking the Italians in the winelands, hot weather.
Yeah.
Look, they'll have had their pasta. They'll be happy. I think, and just knowing the Stormers, look, they've been so inconsistent. They haven't stuck a team away yet. So it's not like this team's coming in with a 48.
Well, I have to say, since Rion's taken over, they've looked good.
No, Dobber's been allowed to focus on being head of rugby, and he's allowed to focus on coaching the team.
Yeah.
They've picked a nice balanced team. They're playing good rugby. I mean, there's no way they should have lost to Connacht 1970. That was a game that was so the taking at 17-7. That's when they look back on the season. That's 2 points dropped, 3 points dropped in the log. I think they'll be too strong, but I'm going more 25. I'm hedging between 20 and 25, and I'll give them the win by 25 points, but not by 31 points.
I'll take 35. Stormers by 35. I'm bullish.
I'm going to say Stormers by 19.
But if you do want to just put in a little bet on Zebra, they're 20 to 1.
Take the draw at 70.
On your accumulator.
Mark, stranger things have happened. I think Japan
Stormers lose 3 players in the first 12 minutes.
Look, I can guarantee that Japan were more than 20 to 1 to beat the Boks in the World Cup when they did. I think they were 50 to 1 or something like that. So stranger things happen in sports, but I'm not going to touch that 31.
The good thing is Eddie's at Twickenham
I was
this weekend.
gonna
He's not at Stellenbosch. But I've got 4 South African wins for the first time in the competition's history, for the first time potentially ever, and and long may it last. And finally, we will start seeing our teams catapult into that top 8.
Climbing up the ladder.
And I still believe we'll have 3 teams in the top 8 at the end. The key is to get one of them breaking into that top 4. But we will certainly be playing the final away from home in Dublin against Leinster.
Well, there you have it. Must be true. I think that the 4 teams are going to catapult up the leaderboard. Even the Lions will start making a little move. But be nice to see, and it's nice to see some continuation of URC rugby.
And let's just plead with the government. Allow us to come watch the games. Put 40,000 people in. My God. The fact that we
should get a petition.
The fact that we still can't have more than 2,000 at a rugby game. There's more watching schoolboy rugby at the moment than there are watching professional rugby.
Yeah.
Because that's not been policed or kind of limited. So, let's get it back and let's have that home ground advantage and let's show people a good time when they come to South Africa off the field and smash them on the field the way it should be.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys, for coming in. Appreciate it, and we'll see who is right and wrong next week.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.